Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have some special guests with us this morning.
That's right.
We have Chantel Calloway, who's been up here before. She has the game Rhyme Antics with us.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And you brought Renee King with you. Charlamagne is knocking ish down over there. That was our proclamation for Atlantic City. I was there to, but that's okay. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So why are we here today? Well, first of all, how is Rhyme Antics doing?
Rhyme Antics is doing great. I've been working a lot. I was up here in 2019. I've been working very hard, and Rhyme Antics just made Black history by becoming the first Black-owned game to be sold in Target and Walmart.
Hey.
So
Now, you told me about this. How long ago was that? That was
when I talked to you, that was
you was fighting to get it in the club. And you were telling me how difficult it was. to get it in
So
those
I was
stores.
only in Target at that point, and so I won a pitch competition through Essence Fest and Walmart, and then that's how I was able to get to Walmart.
Congrats!
Yeah, thank
That is
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
What was the process of getting the game in the Target?
That was also a pitch competition I won. But it took 2 years after winning that pitch competition of me really fighting and following up with the buyer consistently and, fighting for my spot to be in there. And so, yeah, it's been a 10-year journey, and I've just been fighting, for, our place as Black inventors in these big box stores, because, less than 1% of, I'm so sorry. We own less than 1% of the occupancy in these stores. There's less than 30 products are Black owned in Target and Walmart. And when you go in there and you see, 20,000 products, only about 30 are maybe Black owned. So, those statistics, they're so low, and, we just have to really fight for our place. But I am here today because I'm actually raising money for the business. Because, now that I'm in big box, I'm like, I have to sustain that success. And it's been pretty hard. So, I need to raise money for a marketing budget and to manage logistics and more inventory.
I was going to ask, when you do Target and Walmart and these stores, and they say, okay, give me 100,000 games. Now,
I have to be able
to produce those.
Supply, for that demand immediately. So, I used to wonder why more Black-owned brands weren't in these stores, and now I know why. It's because Black-owned businesses do not have the working capital to be able to support the relationship. And
they don't give you that money up front, huh?
No.
People tell me it's like a 60 days, sometimes 90 days to get the money.
But that's why so many
Correct.
companies
It's a
partner with
90-day
other companies,
purchase
right?
order. Yeah, I mean, there's partnerships. You can take out loans. You can, but for someone like me, an entrepreneur who's bootstrapped from the bottom up, I've put all my personal credit on the line to fund the business. Black entrepreneurs don't have the access to capital that white entrepreneurs necessarily do. And so that's why I wanted to bring Renee King up here, because I decided to do a crowdfunding campaign and raise money for the business through her platform, which is fundblackfounders.com. And so, there were a bunch of different platforms I could have chosen, but I wanted to go with hers, and, it didn't take much. Just, how she really cares about Black founders and the challenges that we face. It was like a no-brainer for me to go with her, so we're supporting each other as Black female business owners.
Now,
Talk to us
your
about it,
platform,
Renee.
Yels.
What is fundblackfounders.com?
So we are a Black founder-friendly rewards crowdfunding platform, and essentially what we do is we help founders like Chantel raise money to start or grow their businesses. What Black founder-friendly means is that we understand Chantel's experience, right? Like our biggest issue that she just mentioned, Black entrepreneurs are starting businesses with less than $30,000, and they're literally using their personal credit. They're using day job salaries. They're putting everything they can to do this. Versus white entrepreneurs are starting businesses with over $106,000. That start capital is crazy. That gap. That's the problem. So when we're thinking why aren't there more Black-owned, games in Walmart and Target? That's the issue. 20% of Black businesses, 20% of Black people start businesses, but less than 4% less than 4% of them actually survive, and it's
Wow.
because of capital. They don't have resources. So we jumped in and created Fund Black Founders because I was actually at a conference for Black founders, Black women founders, where there was an investor there who shamed the group for not being able to raise a friends and family round. Like, that investor literally was just like, what's your problem? Like, if you can't raise a friends and family round, what does that say about
A lot
you?
of family and friends ain't got no money.
That's the issue, right? When you think about
A lot
it.
of families, they're not privileged.
Like, we're not like Mark Zuckerberg, who's going to get like a check of $25,000, $50,000 from an aunt or uncle to go start this business, right? No, like, that's not our experience. When you think about, like, the average liquid savings for a Black family is like less than $2,000. So that's not coming for us. But crowdfunding is an answer for us, right? Crowdfunding, when we do group economics and we all come together, how we're doing this, we can all like now make sure Chantel can stay on the shelves in Walmart and Target, that she can compete. And I think, like, no one understands, like, really the magnitude of that. Like, she is on shelves with, like, Mattel. You're on shelves with, like, huge businesses that
Hasbro and all those companies.
they have, like, unlimited resources, and this is what she's competing with. So, but our community and everyone, not just us, like, people who are socially conscious, we can all, like, come together to, like, help her stay there, right?
How do you decide who you're gonna put on there? Like, because I'm looking now and I see, I see hair braiding, I see, what is it called? Puffs. I don't want to get his
Proud
name.
Puffs.
Yeah, which is a Black cereal. You have, TNT Company. Of course, you have Rhyme and Antics. So how do you decide what you're gonna put on the site?
So our platform never says no, I will tell you that. And we don't automatically approve campaigns. We're more of a not yet, right? And what we do is we want to help you run a better campaign. So when you go on the platform and you start it, we'll send you, we'll actually review your campaign and send you feedback. And I encourage you to come. Every Thursdays, we have a free office hours where you can come in and get more questions. You can ask us specifically. We share templates with you. So we want to make sure that we're not just putting you out there like the other platforms do, where they don't care if you have put together a strong campaign. Did you even build your audience? Like, we're not trying to build a platform of failures. Like, we want it to be like, you just need to know the tools and you'll be successful, and we give you those tools.
But before we continue, right? What's the website? What is it?
Fundblackfounders.com.
And you can just go there and type in Rhyme Antics, or it'll just pop
Yep.
up.
It pops up. It pops up.
Okay.
But the dope thing about the site is, let's say you want to just invest and help other people, brothers and sisters, do it. You could just go ahead and be like, you know what? I'm gonna give this guy $50. I'm gonna give this one $25. I'm gonna give this one $25, and it's all to their goal of making what they're trying to make, so they can, fund their projects or whatever it is, which is pretty dope. Like, I see some people that got, well over what they asked for, 140% funded. I see somebody that's at 4% funded, and you could just donate and say, you know what, I got a stimulus check, and I can throw some money around, so I'm gonna help my people.
I need all the stimmy checks.
How much you trying to raise, Chantel?
I'm trying to raise $100,000. Not trying. I'm gonna raise $100,000.
And what would that go
I have to. So a large portion of it is gonna go to the marketing budget. So I have, thousands of games sitting on shelves. Brand awareness needs to be created to push people into the stores to buy the game in the stores. And so we need a big marketing budget. I want to create jobs, and I also, a big part of this is so that I can bring other Black-owned games in behind me as a publishing company. So, this was never just about me. This was always about the culture. This is always about my community, the kids, the literacy crisis, which is my mission that I fight against every day, the mission that keeps me going, really. And, if everybody who listens to this interview just donates $20, I will make my goal. So I'm asking, please, everybody, donate $20 if you can. Any amount you contribute is definitely appreciated and a blessing. But, like Renee mentioned, I want to echo group economics. We can all survive if we practice group economics. And then this money just goes back into creating jobs for other Black females or Black people in my community, and then I'm just recirculating that and helping my community through the literacy program that I teach.
Let's unpack that some more, Renee, because you spoke about it, but how does crowdfunding help to simplify the entrepreneurship process?
Great question. So the thing is that I think everyone has this great momentum right now about buying Black, right? And that's great. Like, we can easily walk into stores and like a Black-owned business and we see that and we go and support it. But the other element that's missing is that in addition to buying Black, you have to fund Black, right? And funding it means they get enough resources that they can sustain, they can continue to be around, right? So like, for Chantel, she needs the marketing budget, right? That's not going to come from you just buying it off of the shelves because she's still an early stage business. So what we do at Fund Black Founders is that we're helping her to crowdfund so she can raise this money, right, to go ahead and now get the marketing budget together so she can compete with other things. So I think that's the missing link that people don't understand, like, about this when they're like, it's just buy Black, buy Black. No, the other element of it is like funding it. And the reason why you have to fund it is that Black entrepreneurs get the highest denial rate for bank loans. They get but they have less than 1% chance of receiving like an investor, like an angel investment or venture capital. Like, they don't get these things, right? Versus other entrepreneurs, they can walk in with an idea and they get a check instantly to go do it. That's not our experience. So we have to be the ones, as she said, group economics, coming together to fund our Black-owned businesses so that we can have more. And we can't be comfortable that she's the first one in Walmart and Target. Like, that's crazy in this day and age. Like, we've been playing games forever, like, and we know how to play. Like, that's, we invented this stuff, and that she's the first in this 2021. Like, so we have to be really intentional about thinking of these things, like when you're going out there, like looking for her game to purchase it, but also like looking for the aspiring entrepreneur who has an idea. Like, let's get them on the platform. Let's get them to go ahead and crowdfund the money that they need to get it started, to get it going, and they can start testing and figuring things out.
Now, for people that, if you don't reach your goal, what happens to the money?
On our platform, we're very flexible. They get whatever they raise, regardless of reaching the goal.
Yeah, if you don't reach your goal, okay.
Because, and that's the beauty of being specific about funding Black founders, right? We built it around, like, we understand we are Black founders ourselves. We get it. So those other stipulations that happen on other platforms, where it's like, if you don't hit your goal, you don't get it. Yeah. They did that because, like, a lot of people who were running campaigns on those platforms really didn't do it for money. They were just doing it to test the idea. That's not their experience, versus our entrepreneurs are using crowdfunding to get capital for their businesses. So we know our entrepreneurs know how to stretch dollars. So I'm not going to sit there and say, oh yeah, you didn't hit your goal, you don't get it. So whatever they get, they keep to go ahead and continue building.
What would you say to people who feel like they got too much pride and got to do everything themselves when launching a business, so they don't want to ask nobody?
Can I speak to that? Because I'm in the process of doing it right now. It's really hard to get up every day, all day. I mean, since my campaign launched last Thursday, for me to, go, 12 hours a day just asking people all day, repetitively following up. The amount of follow-up I have to do for friends and family to get $20 out of them is like really tough, because then I start getting mad and taking it personal. And then I remember, ego is the enemy. So I think that's like one of the main key characteristics that an entrepreneur has to have to get through the hard stuff, is like checking our ego and being humble and just knowing this is what you got to do to survive and stay in business. And so, I can't get mad when someone doesn't do what they said they're going to do. I just got to follow up and keep following up, until I get it done. And so if I feel like I'm being annoying, which I often feel like, and my pride sets in and I don't want to bother, but, this is not about me. It's bigger than me. This is for, other Black creators and Black entrepreneurs, so that I can be an example, so to let them know they can do it too. Because
you have to have a DJ Khaled level of annoyance.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got to get things done, Chantel.
Absolutely.
But I would like to change that narrative, though, because I find when we're coaching our entrepreneurs, that was one of the things we had to bake into it too, to help our entrepreneurs get over the asking, having to ask numerous times. But I would also encourage our community to like understand the importance of them like doing their part, right? So like Chantel she has to run this business, right? And it's okay for her to ask, but like we also have to do our part to show up and be like, I'm not going to wait for you to ask again. Let me just go ahead and fund it, right? Like, it's $20, right? It's not that much money. So I think that, and I will say that is definite, like one of the things in our coaching built in, because many Black founders who are crowdfunding experience that, right? They have in comparison to like white entrepreneurs who probably don't experience that. It's probably super easy for them to like, people just go ahead and like, oh yeah, go ahead, I got it. That's a great idea. Versus we're asking 10, 20 times. We have fears of asking, and it's natural. That's a natural thing because we've been conditioned to be so self-sufficient, right, as a culture. So it's a good thing that we are self-sufficient because that's great traits for entrepreneurship. But it does hurt us a bit because we are so self-sufficient that we don't want to ask. Like we're conditioned in our head where it's like, don't ask me for this. You know, you have your family members who are like, they better not come ask me for this or whatever it is. That's a challenge that we have to get past around crowdfunding. I think the other challenge around crowdfunding that within our community is that people think about it as like GoFundMe, like, oh, is she on hardship? This is what's going on. That's the other thing that feedback that we've heard around this. They're like, oh, maybe the house burned down or she has to bury a loved one. That's not it.
Oh no, I've gotten so many responses like, oh, but you got that Target and Walmart bag. You don't need my help.
And see, that's what people don't realize though. Target and Walmart did not give you a bag.
Right. They gave me a purchase order, which I had to fulfill, which I had to pay to get the shipment from China to, you know, the
what is that?
fulfillment
Break
center.
that down for people who don't know. What's a purchase order?
So a purchase order is the invoice you get, you know, from Target or Walmart to place the order. It's, you know, guaranteed money once the goods arrive in the facility. So there's a whole supply chain that it goes through. So it got to be ordered, manufactured, then shipped, which takes all this stuff takes so much time. So by the time the product and the goods get to the U.S. Customs, then I have another process of shipping from Customs to the distributor to Target. So, you know, we're talking like, you know, 60 to 90 days sometimes. During COVID, I had a nightmare. Like, it took 90 days to get my stuff. And, you know, so I went a whole 90 days where I couldn't get paid. I couldn't push and market the product because the goods weren't in the facility yet for me to be able to get actually paid on the purchase order. Then that's another 90 days. So that whole time I'm sitting there not able to, you know, promote and market the product, and I'm not going to get paid for another, you know, 90 days. It's just not having the working capital to be able to run the business effectively while you're waiting is, you know, a huge challenge. And, you know, if I don't have purchase orders coming in consistently, then I have no business. You know, if I don't have orders coming in consistently that are being driven through a marketing campaign, I don't have a business. And so, I've gotten to this level of success, which was not easy at all. I've been, you know, I was telling Renee, like, I've been playing all positions for a very long time. I'm the CEO, I'm the CFO, I'm the CMO, I'm the CSO. I'm the everything, you know. I'm a one-woman wolf pack determined to win. And, you know, not just for me, for the culture. That's why she's here. That's why anybody I can help, I'm always trying to help. And, you know, I just have a real burning desire to make this business a huge success and develop Antics into an iconic brand, just like Taboo and Catchphrase and all those games we play during the holidays. People love this game. It's really fun and it's really educational. There's nothing like it. You know, you spit in bars in proper English. What's better than that?
Oh, we're gonna play in a second. I want to ask
you know, you could donate $1 too. They have a minimum of $1 too.
That's
so
amazing.
You can donate $1.
Yeah, please don't donate $1.
What is there, Renee?
You can donate the $1, but you can do more than $1.
And if they donate $1, that might be
I
the
appreciate
last, and
the
they
dollar.
really feel for it. You know, so $1.70. What percentage does the site take?
5%.
I know the site has to be ran. It has to be, so it can't be for free. So what percentage does the site take?
We do 5%, which is within the same range as any other platform that does it.
And what's the most somebody has raised on your platform?
I think we're at 51,000.
Oh, we're gonna beat that today.
My campaign is the largest amount anybody will have ever raised.
That's
so
what
That's
I'm.
a fact.
That's what I'm
Antics
thinking.
gonna beat that today.
I'm all about setting the bar high and, you know, achieving aggressive goals. And I believe we can do it because everybody who has this game and has purchased this game, Antics has sold a significant amount of units, you know, thousands and thousands of units, literally up until now, just based off really a shoestring budget and word of mouth. People love this game without any marketing. It's been selling and moving, you know, good. You know, Target renewed us already for this full year. But, you know, we're in 500 stores now, but to be able to grow and to double, our store locations, we need to move more units. And so, I just...
Listen, I believe in Antics. Fundblackfounders.com. I've donated to Antics. That was a long time ago, though.
Yes, it was. But it was very helpful.
How long ago was that? That was a long...
2018.
Okay, so a few years. Mm-hmm. Renee, I want to ask you, although, like black women, they say black women are the fastest growing entrepreneurs in the country, right? Mm-hmm. Why do y'all still face so many challenges, though?
We're underestimated, right? We're underestimated. We're undervalued. People don't look at when we come and we bring whatever it is that we're going to make or whatever business we're trying to bring to light. They don't take it seriously. We don't have people who understand us in the different aspects of like venture and angel investors. There are people who are coming up. So, like the Arlens, those folks who are trying to like break these barriers, but they're also going through the same thing as us. So it's going to take time, I think. But who knows? Like, it just makes no sense when you really think about it, because if you know that we control the spending, right? Like, we have tremendous spending power, and we are the fastest growing. Like, it just makes good business sense that you would throw resources over there, right? Like, you would literally, like, move all of your targets to that. And you do see some businesses doing that, like some, like, bigger, large corporations, they totally carve out certain things, but it's still white-owned, right? Right? It's still white-owned, and they're taking advantage of it. And what we have to be intentional around is, like, how do we make sure, like, our black women who are building businesses, they also get ownership, right? They get ownership, and we support them and give them an equitable state in growing this.
And you said something earlier too about black funding. You said, can you repeat that again? Because that's a very, I think, important thing.
The difference between buying black and funding black?
Yes.
Okay. So buying black is what we do right now. Like, maybe you go into your local restaurant, right? Your favorite restaurant that sells great soul food, or you go to Walmart and you buy Antics. That's great. That's buying black, right? You're being really intentional where like, this is a black-owned business. I'm walking in there and I'm just going to spend a certain amount of my money with that, right? Because you want to see more black-owned businesses. Funding black is different, right? Funding black is understanding, like, we still need more black-owned businesses, right? And we also need our current black-owned businesses to be able to survive. Like, the pandemic really hit us. We lost over like 44% of our businesses during the pandemic alone, right? And then these businesses don't get the funding that they need to go and start to continue going. So funding it means now you have to be intentional of like, all right, so I know like I'm spending this amount of money here, but let me go on like fundblackfounders.com. Let me look at the campaigns and let me go ahead and fund some entrepreneurs so they can build some other businesses that now I know my money is going towards. So we really shouldn't be comfortable until like you have a black-owned cell phone provider. You have a black-owned electricity provider. You have a black-owned, like, we should have a black-owned Walmart. We should have a black-owned, all of these things need to be, like, we have an option. And that starts with us funding it.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Don't get my credit card. I'm funding some businesses now.
And it's super easy to get on there and just start funding them. And more people, also, we have to be, as a community, be open to like encouraging, like, you have someone in your life who's like, oh, I want to start a business. Encourage them to crowdfund. Encourage them to like, let's help you. Let's go ahead and get the community together to help you.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna buy this.
Crowdfunding is the best way to test the feasibility of your idea or your business, because it's how you'll be able to tell, will people pay for this? You know what I mean? Before you actually put a whole bunch of money into inventory. Because I ran a successful crowdfunding campaign when I first launched, when I was just in prototype phase, just to say, okay, before I spend, $10,000 on inventory, are people even going to buy this? So that's the best way to do a feasibility analysis on your business, is through a crowdfunding campaign.
I love the term fund black business more than buy black for some reason. Because when we buying black, we're doing it to fund the black businesses. But I think it's more direct to say fund black businesses. Right. This is why we need you to support Antics at Target, support Antics at Walmart, because you're funding an actual black business.
Right, and creating jobs for others and opportunities.
Absolutely.
Let's play.
So before we do that, so when you do fund, you actually get the game as well.
So that was the thing I was gonna say. Like, you,
it's not just funding. You also
it's reward based. So
because I'm buying it and it's saying I get the game.
Yeah, so you get the game. There's a bunch of different levels on there of donation.
Let's talk about this.
I'm buying the Proud Puffs first. I just bought the Proud Puffs.
You bought some Proud Puffs?
Yeah, I bought the Proud Puffs. See, I brought a Proud Puff.
That's what's up.
Now I gotta go get Rhyme Antics.
Shout out to Nick.
I'm happy you giving away the game, but what if you get an overwhelming amount of orders? Like, what if 1 million people donate today?
When I'll be able to get the inventory to be able to supply for that. So
with crowdfunding, right, the way this works, as for like, you could go to Walmart and Target and buy Rhyme Antics, right? But when supporting this crowdfunding campaign right now, first of all, you're not just getting the game, you're actually getting the next version, the expansion of the game,
right,
which is only exclusive to the campaign, right? And with a crowdfunding campaign, you get to bake in, like, you can say, I want to put this out, it's going to come out in a couple months, but right now I'm going to put in, these are like pre-orders, right? So it gives you the flexibility where now she can get in all the orders, receive the money, and now get better margins on getting this, getting it shipped in, getting the marketing done around it, getting all the creatives done, everything done. She gets a better margin on it. That's the goal of crowdfunding, is that you use this to get the funding in before you have to already order everything and have it all built and put on a Walmart shelf. So when she was stating how it's a great way to test your idea, like, before you put all this money into doing things, which is what she did when her first campaign, you can literally run a campaign to see people are interested in it and see what they want specifically, then fulfill the orders.
Right. So, like, for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send these, because you gave me the game already. So I'm gonna send them to people. So what I did was I just sent one to one of my goddaughters, you know what I mean? So she could have the game in college, you know what I mean? So
she's getting the new version, though. She's getting the expansion pack.
And I send a bunch of them
and I want to shout
members.
out, I want to talk about the expansion pack. So the expansion pack, which will be out this fall, which you're getting exclusively through the campaign only, and so you get the game plus the expansion pack.
And I get a T-shirt that says.
Yes, you do. Bars. You get that Bars T-shirt. And so it's called Legends Pack, and so it's a 50-card deck that has, verses by your hardest, by your favorite MCs. It's gonna be dope. I'm so excited to launch it.
But I
let's play.
I think it's dope. And I think what you should do is, even if you don't want this, if you're old and you say, hey, I'm not going to play this game, you can send it to family members, because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to send them to family members as gifts.
It's a great
kickback
game,
everybody loves it. I mean, it's for the family. I always say it's for kids, grown-ups, grandparents, teachers, geeks, and gangsters. Everybody loves this game. Like, it's...
I'm going to support the clothing line, too. That clothing sports
Pioneers,
line.
yes.
Yeah, I'm going to support them, too. I'm going to support those three, the Proud Puffs, Rhyme and Antics, and the clothing line.
Okay.
Rhyme Antics is
awesome.
a great kickback game.
Don't be cheating
I ain't
trying
seen
to
you
get a
do
leg
one
up
yet.
on the
We'll do
bars.
what?
Order it online. You got to be started.
Listen, you relax over there, okay? Me and Chantel, we do our thing, okay? Chantel knows how I get down. Exactly.
All right, come on, open the game.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You
ready? You remember how to play?
We don't want to open that one. You didn't bring one, too?
I got big cards here.
All right, come on.
All right.
Do I need cards?
I want the mic, though. I like holding the mic. Where's the mic?
I bet you do like holding the mic.
Shut up.
Oh, my God. Hold a bottle.
Hold the bottle? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll hold
right
it.
here.
Where?
Look.
Oh,
that's
here
a
you
good
go.
one.
All
Should we do
right.
And when she said I started from my bootstraps from the bottom, I see Charlamagne go, yes! All right, let's go.
You guys
This guy's a weirdo. What's wrong with this guy?
I'm a weirdo.
Strange.
All right, let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna start off hard, honestly.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah. All right. This is the intellectual level. So Rhyme Antics is a rap battle game, 2 teams battle. There's 3 levels of difficulty: easy, intermediate, intellectual. Choose a difficulty level. We're gonna go with intellectual.
So who's on teams right now? Is this
So
went
you
easy.
guys are a team.
I went
Okay.
easy. I'm on his team?
So it's me.
Charlamagne, Envy, and Renee are a team. I'm the rhyme referee. So I just sit here
by myself.
and listen to your bars. I might chime in if
All right.
you're struggling.
Let's go.
All right. So I'm on a mission.
So I got to say something that rhymes with mission.
A sentence. Last word got to rhyme with mission.
Me
All right.
first?
Go ahead.
I'm on a mission. I don't want to pay my daughter's tuition.
Very good.
I'm on a mission, and I'm going to always listen.
No.
That don't work?
Go.
I'm on a mission. I got to go get my emissions.
Okay.
I'm on a mission when water starts glistening.
What?
I'm on a mission. Going to take somebody fishing.
Okay.
I'm on a mission. Black women got hella ambition.
Hey!
Hey, I'm on a mission. I'm trying to put out this new Rhyme Antics rendition.
How?
So these are all the words on the back. back. Ambition.
Condition, fruition.
Condition, fruition.
Man, we ain't get none of
condition,
those.
Suspicion, transition, permission. Yeah, so that's the beauty of the game. You be like, damn.
She got one. She got this. She got one.
Damn. That's because I was cheating looking at it.
Let's go another. Let's go another.
All right.
Oh, we don't have the timer going either.
I know. It's 60 seconds. It's 60 seconds.
Okay.
This is a famous kickoff. I get around. Go.
Who's starting?
You.
Envy.
Okay. I get round, like my doodle stay brown.
What?
My God.
So nasty.
I get around. Ask Envy how's it going down.
When I go to the A, I love to party at Compound.
Hey.
Okay.
I get around. I don't know. I get around. Life is going down.
He said down already.
Oh, you did?
Oh my God.
Who goes
Come on,
next?
man.
Is it still me?
Well, you really didn't say anything, but anyway.
That's how you play though. I get
Okay,
around.
wait. Okay.
I love Tupac's sound.
Right. I was lost and now I'm found.
Boom.
My man's a dog, like a hound.
I get around. I don't want my car to get impounded. I don't know.
Oh, Charlamagne, your bars are profound.
Hey.
Whoa.
I love
All
it.
right, one more. Let's do an easy one.
What's this, elementary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's do elementary. Them words too
My
big.
life is at stake.
Okay.
My life is at stake.
Yeah, you go first.
My life is at stake. I really want a steak.
Okay.
I like that. My life is at stake. Can you make me a plate?
My life is at stake. Envy's bid is fake.
I won't play this game no more. I won't play this game no more.
What?
Oh my God. Damn, Envy. Is it though?
No,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
definitely is. My life is at stake. Envy, give it that Beijing a break.
It's not your go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm old. I have an ache.
My life is at stake. I'll never swim in a lake.
Okay.
My life is at stake. You know I don't bake.
My life is at stake. Speaking of bake, Envy got them yellow cakes.
What are yellow cakes?
I gotta get extra points for rhyming it twice, right?
Where's yellow cakes?
Yellow cakes is he's saying my buns.
No,
Like,
I'm not.
Oh,
No, I'm not.
Oh
No,
my
I'm not
God.
talking about that.
Yeah, so
No,
you
talk
throw the
about that.
words. Ache,
Egg
bake,
break,
fake.
fake lake. Cake gotta go though, even though it wasn't up there.
Yeah. Homophones. So you can't, the English language is so big, right?
It
You
is.
can't possibly put every word on the back of the card. So there is a rule when you're actually playing the game that if you say a word that rhymes, the other team, if they agree that it did rhyme, you'll get a
Okay.
point. So, you get credit for all your bars as long as it was an actual rhyme word.
Rhyme Antics is a great game for kickbacks, man. Go to funblackfounders.com, support Chantel Calloway, and support funblackfounders.com. Renee, I think what y'all doing is dope.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it really
Thank you. I
is.
really
Yeah,
appreciate that.
we should come back one time and we should actually allow people to listen and play with us one day. Because we can give the sentence and have to let them do it on the phone lines. I think that'd be cool.
Yes,
And then
that's fine.
possibly
Yeah.
give them a game or something like that. I think that'd be dope.
Okay. I
Well,
like
thank
that
you.
idea.
Thank you for joining. Enjoy. Well, enjoy. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Funblackfounders.com.
Okay.
Funblackfounders.com.
Yes, Rhyme
Funblackfounders.com.
Antics. Very easy to donate. Just click Express Checkout. And, if everybody listening donates at least $20, we can make goal by the end of this week.
As my-
Please help this black business stay in business.
Forget the week. I'm trying to do it today. As my man Killer Mike said, if everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot.
Group economics.
That's right.
Let's just get it
Group
together.
economics.
Chantel Calloway, Renee King, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
and
you.
if anything pops up that's pretty cool, you send us a text and we love to support and help them out.
Will do. I'm going to
right.
hold y'all to it. Thank you.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.